Welcome. In this video, I'll be explaining the amp. If you have not seen my previous video on effects and compression, I would like you to go back to check them. Kindly check them out. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, like and comment, share to everyone so I can make more of this type of video and more reviews and all of those, so to help people. So that's the best way you can help me out on this channel, by liking my contents, and subscribing for more. Okay, so let's get down to the main business of today, which is going to be explaining the amp. Alright, so we have a lot of amp here. You can use this to turn it off and on. We have Jazz Clean, we have Blackface, we have Tweedy, we have US Blues, the classic 30A, we have Plexi Face, we have Lead, we have the ATS 800, we have Modern Age, we have New Metal, the Crunchy 4, we have SS Weapon, we have Dead Zone, and which is the last one on the list here. Alright, tweaking through every of these have the way they affect your tone. So each and every one there does a quite good job amplifying your tone. So what it does is, for example, the Jazz Clean gives you a representation of the digital version of the jazz amplifier you use out there. So with that, you can get to set your tone differently, because when you run your tone through this particular amp here, you get to feel a different tone with whichever one you choose out of the amp. Okay, so when you do that, you are setting a particular one for it. So the ones here, starting from ATS 800 down to Dead Zone, they are more like distorted. They are for metal players, the distortion players, the overdrive lovers, and all of those. So when you mix each of those distortion amp with the effect, you get a very wonderful tone. So take for example, you mix Dead Zone with maybe your overdrive or your distortion. There's a way you balance them both with the gain and volume. So when you do that, you get a very nice and subtle tone. When you choose one in particular, you just tweak the gain, the presence, and the volume. So each of these things affect the way your tone sounds. And I want you to know that balancing these things now depends on your sound system. It depends on your guitar tone too. But the amplifier does what it says. It amplifies and boosts your tone overall. To really work with that, use the gain and the volume, including the presence as well, to hear a clear difference of what you want to achieve in your tone. So with your amplifier comes what is called the cabinet. Now what the cabinet does, you navigate to the cabinet by being on amp, then you click on this next button here. So here you have your cabinet. Your cabinet is together with your amp. So the cabinet you choose also affects your tone. It also plays a big role in how your tone sounds. So if your amp is good, sounding good, clean, all clean and clear, just take note that your cabinet as well needs to be in place to affect the way your tone sounds. Now your cabinet simulator is more like a simulation of the way all of these things sounds. It might be in a room or in a square space, a L-shaped space, and all of those stuffs like that. They made a digital version of the simulator to make sure that all of these things balance together with your amp to make your tone come out effectively. So what do you need to do? Immediately you are setting your amp, just make sure that your cabinet is as well in place. So both works hand in hand. So in your cabinet, you notice you have bass, mid, and high. That's what is distinct. That's how you distinguish between your amp and your cabinet. So let's go back. You have your amp having gain, presence, and volume, while your cabinet is having the bass, mid, and high. You can choose one amp here. Let me take the Blackface for example. If I choose Blackface as my amp, I'm navigating to the next part, which is the cabinet simulator. So now you can choose the cabinet simulator for that amp I chose is black, but you can choose another one. Do you get it now? So you can choose any other one to complement the amp you've chosen. So when you do that, you get different tone. You have possibilities of mixing different tones together to get a very distinct tone you want. I've been playing this thing for quite a number of years now. I really know my way around getting the tone I want when it comes to playing. The ball is now in your court to keep rolling. So you can do as much as possible to make sure that you get that distinct tone you want. Alright, so in the next video, I will be explaining equalizer. Stay tuned. Thank you.